I have to take care of this truck because this truck takes care of me. And it's a partnership, and that's why I take care of it.
The ice roads were dangerous enough on screen, but what happened off camera is even more shocking. In 2025, some of the cast members from Ice Road Truckers are no longer with us, while others have ended up behind bars, and some are still facing dangers most of us can't even imagine. These are the real stories. Stories of near-death experiences, choices that led to tragedy, and lives forever altered after the cameras turned off. From drivers who pushed limits on frozen lakes to those whose personal struggles led them down unexpected paths. The truth here is stranger than fiction. Stick around, because by the end, the story of number 3 will make you question every mile you ever saw on that show. Darrell Ward was the kind of guy who made you want to jump into a cab and ride the ice roads with him. With a grin that could brighten the coldest of days and a voice that could melt even the fiercest winds, Darrell was the ultimate thrill-seeker. Born in Montana on August 13, 1964, he grew up around trucks. His family ran harvest rigs, and from an early age, Darrell learned the ropes of trucking long before the cameras ever captured his journey. By the time he joined Ice Road Truckers in Season 6, Darrell had the perfect mix of skill, charm, and adrenaline addiction. Fans instantly fell in love with him. He wasn't just a trucker, he was a lifeline on icy roads, saving lives, mentoring rookies, and handling chaos like a pro. Off camera, Darrell was just as dedicated. He fought forest fires, organized community drives, and lived by his motto, "Any road, any load." But on August 28, 2016, his life in the world of Ice Road Truckers were forever changed. Darrell and his co-pilot, Mark Malott, tragically died in a plane crash while returning from the Great American Truck Show. Witnesses said the plane veered sharply before it crashed into the trees. Investigators never quite figured out why. This tragedy shook everyone who knew Darrell, and what made it even harder to bear was that Darrell was on the verge of starting a documentary about plane wrecks, a dream cut short before it even had a chance to take off. Then there's Art Burke, who arrived on Ice Road Truckers in Season 7 like a man born for the ice. A scrappy Canadian with a rugged personality, Art had the kind of charm that could make you laugh even in the scariest of situations. Over 38 episodes between 2013 and 2017, he proved he wasn't just a tough guy. He could make ice crossings seem thrilling, not terrifying. But off-camera, Art's curiosity led him into some serious trouble. One of the most infamous incidents came after the show ended, when Art tried making a cannabis concentrate called Shatter, using highly flammable liquid butane. Despite the risks, he pushed forward, and that decision turned his home into a fireball. Neighbors felt the explosion from blocks away. Damages ran over $60,000, and Art suffered second-degree burns over 40% of his body. He spent nearly 2 weeks in the hospital recovering. It didn't stop there. Art pled guilty to arson by negligence in 2020, faced house arrest, and had to sell his rig to cover fines. Even in court, Art's rebellious streak was evident when he showed up late and challenged the judge's schedule. Today, Art posts haul videos under a new name, but the easygoing smile fans loved is gone. It's been replaced with a serious, haunted look, a reminder of the explosion that changed everything. Hugh Roland, known as the Polar Bear, was another early star on Ice Road Truckers. With his gravelly voice and no-nonsense attitude, Hugh became a cornerstone of the first seasons, right alongside Debogorski. Fans loved his tough demeanor, and producers knew they could build entire episodes around his lectures to rookies or his unique ways of handling treacherous ice. Hugh's gruff charm made him a fan favorite. But in 2014, everything changed. While off-duty and riding as a passenger in an SUV driven by producer Will Morrison, the vehicle veered off a narrow dirt road and rolled over. Hugh sustained severe spinal injuries and a shattered heel. Recovery took 2 years, but the physical injuries were just part of the toll. The legal battle that followed, where Hugh sued the producer for reckless driving, combined with his injuries, ended his career. It also played a role in the breakdown of his marriage. The lawsuit was kept quiet, but the network quietly wrote him out of the show. Though Hugh hasn't returned to the ice roads, he still makes appearances at truck shows, signing autographs and leaning on a cane. The whispers about what truly ended his career still linger, but Hugh keeps pushing forward. Today, he runs a construction company and spends time with his family, proving that while the ice roads may be behind him, his resilience keeps him moving forward in other ways. Mark Kohaykewych is the steady hand behind one of the most successful ice trucking companies, Polar Industries. Based in Winnipeg, this company has taken on some of Canada's harshest northern terrain, including the ice roads that challenge even the most seasoned drivers. On the show, Mark often played the quiet overseer, managing operations while others braved blizzards and breakdowns. But behind that calm exterior is a man with a deep respect for the North and a story built on strategy, endurance, and foresight. Mark's journey began long before ice road truckers. As a university student, he and a friend took ice fishing trips into remote areas, where they began noticing freight trucks passing through the frozen wilderness. That curiosity eventually led to the creation of Polar Industries, which has grown from 21 loads in its first year to over 700 by its sixth year. One of Mark's most remarkable feats came in 2017, when the railroad line to Churchill, Manitoba was washed out. Without it, essential goods couldn't reach the town. Mark coordinated the construction of an ice road to deliver supplies, calling it a Christmas present to Churchill. His crews worked long, grueling hours, battling harsh conditions to get supplies to those in need. Mark's story isn't flashy, but it's compelling because it reveals the quiet side of ice trucking. While viewers are drawn to the crashes and snowstorms, Mark is the embodiment of strategy, mental toughness, and respect for the unforgiving environment. Todd Dewey joined the Ice Road Truckers cast in Season 7, and quickly earned a reputation as one of the fastest and most skilled drivers when it came to chaining up trucks in the Yukon. Fans loved Todd because he wasn't flashy. He was the type of driver who let his skill do the talking. But the dangers of the ice roads don't stop when the cameras stop rolling. In January 2019, Todd found himself in a tragic accident that no driver ever wants to face. While hauling spruce logs near Shelton, Washington, a sedan crossed into his lane, leading to a catastrophic head-on crash that killed both occupants of the car. Todd, physically unharmed but emotionally shaken, had to navigate the aftermath of that accident. Despite being cleared by the RCMP, Todd could never escape the haunting images of the crash. Friends say he immediately quit long-haul trucking, opting for local gravel runs to avoid driving at night. Yet, despite this, the ice road's call never fully went away. In 2025, Todd is returning to the show after an 8-year break, reuniting with Lisa Kelly and joining Muskie Creek once again. The love for the challenge is too strong to resist, even if the memories of his near-death experience linger in the back of his mind. Lisa Kelly is likely the first name that comes to mind when most people think of ice road truckers. She proved early on that she could haul massive loads across Alaska's deadliest roads, often outpacing drivers twice her size. Lisa's story isn't just about physical pain, it's about breaking barriers, proving herself in a male-dominated industry, and showing that skill and determination can outshine any stereotype. Born on December 8, 1980, Lisa started on Ice Road Truckers in Season 3, returning for Seasons 7 through 11. She faced some of the harshest ice Alaska could throw at a trucker, and although she wasn't paid for her first few seasons, she kept coming back, letting her work speak for itself. Lisa became known not only for her fearlessness, but for her precision, professionalism, and the calm focus she brought to dangerous situations. Fans admired her, and her partnership with Darrell Ward added another layer to her story. After Darrell's sudden death, Lisa found herself balancing grief, business, and the weight of continuing their shared dream. She could have walked away, but she didn't. Instead, she kept their company running, hauling freight while honoring his memory with every mile. In 2025, Lisa is still trucking in Alaska, driving her Freightliner Coronado 100 XNAU SD with the same skill and confidence that earned her fame years ago. Her story is one of resilience, grit, and independence, and while Todd Dewey faces danger by returning to the ice, Lisa's challenges go far beyond the physical risks. She carries the emotional weight of every mile she drives. And finally, there's Alexander Debogorski, the original legend of the ice roads. Alex is the only driver to appear in all 11 seasons of Ice Road Truckers, and fans loved him for his humor, grit, and steady demeanor, even when the world around him seemed ready to collapse. Before the show made him famous, Alex had already survived near-death experiences that would have ended lesser men. He reportedly survived 37 bar fights in 1 week, 11 attempted robberies, and narrowly avoided being crushed in a coal mine. These experiences shaped the instincts that would later save him on the ice roads. His driving style was unique. He often kept his window cracked in sub-zero temperatures just to listen to the ice. "That's the ice talking," he would say. "Ignore it, and it might swallow you whole." Alex survived decades on the ice roads, enduring frostbitten fingers, blackened cheeks, and even spending 3 days trapped in a snow-buried truck at temperatures as low as 60 below zero. His story isn't just about surviving the ice. It's about respect, patience, and the mindset it takes to walk the edge and live to tell the tale. Off-screen, Alex has become a storyteller, sharing his incredible adventures with new audiences through talks, videos, and a memoir. He remains grounded, devoted to his wife, Louise, and their 11 children, showing that even the most legendary ice road trucker values life beyond the thrill of the road. These are the shocking truths behind the Ice Road Truckers cast, from those we tragically lost to those who ended up behind bars, and those whose lives were forever changed when the cameras stopped rolling. These stories prove that the ice roads weren't just dangerous on screen. They were part of a much bigger, sometimes darker story. If you found these revelations as wild as we did, hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Who shocked you the most? And don't forget to subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's next.